Hello. So excited to be here. Of course, there is some type of technical difficulty. I feel like every time I try to do this, there's some type of technical difficulty, and it's so bizarre. But guys, we're going to keep on pushing through. I'm not even going to worry about it. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Natasha Nurse. I feel like it's been a while. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. And it's Black History Month. Happy Black History Month if you've been enjoying the month and all the festivities that have taken place. And it's not over. We still have till Monday, y'all. So do something, support Black business, read Black conscious content, and live your true authentic self, Black selves, if you happen to be a part of our community. And with that, what am I talking about today? So really excited to get on here. This is an oldie, but it's a goodie. Alicia Keys' Tears for Water, a songbook of poems and lyrics. And so if you know me, which of course you know me, I'm constantly living my life online. But I don't think I've recently mentioned my passion for poetry. I really do enjoy poetry. I've written poetry since I was a child. I've put together my own little mini poetry books, and I do need to publish one of these days and get those things out there, just because it's just so incredibly meaningful to me. So with that, what I would say is, before we get to my content around poetry, let's dive into this book. So I have a deck for y'all. Let's put it on the screen so you can see. And I like to first always start with introduction. So we'll dive right into that. And then we're going to go into the book summary. And then I'm going to talk about some specific poems that I really enjoyed, and then next steps. So that's the agenda for today. Introduction, again, Natasha Nurse. I do a lot. I'm a licensed attorney. I'm a blogger. I'm a coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a DEI professional. I'm a podcaster. I have to shout out my podcast with my husband. This month we got featured on Podbean, and it's been remarkable. All the new followers and all the amazing downloads, and just so incredibly proud of the work that we do every single freaking Woken Free Wednesday. Be there, be square. It's amazing content. And then also on the screen, what you'll see is just some of the different places that I've been published over the past years. And it's been an honor and a privilege to be able to be a part of so many different platforms. And with that, enough about me. Let's get into what Alicia Keys shared with us many years ago. So this book really has some beautiful poetry, words that you definitely will remember from some of her classic songs. And I thought it was a beautiful opportunity to get to know her a little bit more on a deeper level, to understand her honesty, her thoughts on empowerment, on love, on loyalty. And if you don't already have the book, definitely recommend that you get it. Go to dressandroommate.com. You can get the book there. And then with that, here's the lineup of some of the poems that I wanted to cover. And so we're just going to dive into it, and you'll hear me read. And, you know, why I love poetry is because it is soothing to the soul. I would say if you also were on the blog on dressandroommate.com, you would see that, some challenging things happened for me this month. I lost my 12-year-old cat, Toby. We'll never forget him. He was me and my husband's first fur baby. And so he is missed every single day. And then, of course, this week as well, I lost my mom's eldest sister, my Aunt Sonia. So still thinking about her, still thinking about, how to continue to honor her life through the body of work that I do and the type of person I show up as every single day. So some challenging things. So for me, poetry, this will be a really good, just cathartic session to dive into some beautiful words. And I personally think if you ever struggle with reading and oh, I don't want to read a book, that definitely never comes out of my mouth. But for those who do happen to say that in the world, I think poetry is a really wonderful entree into doing a little bit of reading, right? Because you can get through a poem and you feel accomplished. You're like, oh, cool, like I did this. That's awesome, right? So with that, this poem's called P.O.W. So POW, but with different dots in between the letters. So here we go. I'm a prisoner of words unsaid, just lonely feelings. Locked away in my head, I trap myself further. Every time I stay quiet, I should start to speak, but I stop and stay silent, and now I've made my own hard bed. Inside a prison of words unsaid, I am Pow, not a prisoner of war, a prisoner of words. Like a soldier, I'm a fighter, yet only a puppet. Mostly I only say what you want to hear. Could you take it if I came clear? Or would you rather see me stoned on a drug of complacency and compromise, MIA? I guess that's what I am. Scraping this cold earth for peace of myself, for peace in myself. It'd be easier if you put me in jail. If you locked me away, I'd have someone to blame. But these bars of steel are of my making. They surround my mind and have me shaking. My hands are cuffed behind my back. I'm a prisoner of the worst kind. In fact, a prisoner of compromise, a prisoner of compassion, a prisoner of kindness, a prisoner of expectation, a prisoner of my youth. Run too fast to be old. I've forgotten what I was told. Ain't I a sight to behold? A prisoner of age, dying to be young. To my head is my hand with a gun, and it's cold and it's hard because there's nowhere to run when you've caged yourself by holding your tongue. I'm a prisoner of words unsaid, just lonely feelings locked away in my head. It's like solitary confinement. Every time I stay quiet, I should start to speak, but I stop and stay silent. And now I've made my own hard bed inside a prison of words unsaid. Woo, deep, right? So what is that poem about? That there's a lot to unpack there, right? So there is the theme of loneliness. There's the theme of feeling like you're not being your authentic self. There's the theme of feeling like you can't share your thoughts. There's also, I like the breakdown where she went into saying a prisoner of compromise, a prisoner of compassion, a prisoner of kindness, a prisoner of expectation, that part, a prisoner of my youth, right? So your childhood never ends. I saw that one time, and I believe on like a social media post, and blew my mind, right? Like your childhood never ends. And what does that mean? It's because you constantly are a product of your environment, of what you came from, and all the trauma, all the goodness, everything in between stays with you and travels with you as you go to the different sessions or seasons of your life. And it never ends, never ends. And neither does hurt, neither does trauma. You just learn to live with it, and you learn coping mechanisms to get past it so you don't feel crippled each and every day. But this poem is as if she's saying she feels trapped within her own mind, within her own body, because she can't be who she wants to be, and the world won't allow her to be who she needs to be. Really powerful stuff there. So hope you like that one. I don't know if I'll get through all of them, but we'll see. Damn you, page 29. Damn you for getting inside of me like this, for making me leave my cell so I won't call, for making me feel so electric by just one simple touch, just the simple stroke of your finger on my neck. Damn you for wanting me so bad that you make me want you, for trying to break down my carefully constructed tough exterior, for trying to get close to the interior. Damn you 3 times. Damn you for even making me write this down, for thinking this long about this about you. Damn you for making me never turn into a maybe, turn into a never, say never. What is that one about? I would say I would interpret that poem to be about wanting someone, and maybe being frustrated that maybe you're not ready for that love, or maybe feeling like that love is turning into something you weren't expecting it to be. Sometimes you meet people and you're like, oh no, like you put them in this category and they just, okay, you'll stay in that category. But what if they don't? What if there's something more? Frustrating. Frustrating. And I'm deeply passionate about unrequited love. I think that is I am that girl who is definitely very much in love with a love story. And sad love stories are the most meaningful and most complex and most juicy to consume. And so that poem tickled me pink a little bit, because I was just like, ooh, who she wanted, who she like, okay. So I liked it. Is It Insane? Page 59. Let's do that one. Is it insane? My life's in your love's hands. Is it insane how you've got a hold on me? When you're near, all of me trembles. Slightest touch and I'm no good. And when you walk out of my door, I want you more. Is it insane? I was the one who called them fools for being blinded by love. Now it's me who can't break free. Even though you're with her, I still feel you in me. And I know when you kiss her, you're wishing that was me, that it was me. Is it insane? Thought you'd be my king, I'd be your queen. It would be complete with a wedding ring. Was that just me imagining? Now I cry like I'm your widow without you. I can't contain. This is my soul's last refrain. And you're the one that I blame. She can have you now. I just want to fade away, sacrifice my life to relieve this pain. So much pain. Lord, take away the pain. Is it insane? What did I tell you? I love love. And this poem is actually deeply heartbreaking, right? I mean, it's even implying that one would take their own life because they're just in so much pain of not being with the one that they love. And I think that why I like this poem and I wanted to call attention to it was it brings awareness to the fact that love and all its complexity of what it is deeply overwhelming, is deeply over consuming, and it can really rile up some things inside of us. So you have to always have that line of understanding, like, yes, you can be madly in love with someone. I've been in love right, and continue to be in love and for many years. And yeah, it can get hot and heavy, and it can really take a hold of you, but there's other parts of life that has to function, that has to move forward. So never lose control, right? Fall into the depth that is love, the sunken place. Sometimes it can feel like, because it's, there's more to life than love. There's more to life than one thing. So just got to keep that in mind. Next one is Angel, page 71. Sometimes I feel like I don't belong anywhere, and it's going to take so long for me to get somewhere. Sometimes I feel so heavy-hearted, and I can't explain because I'm so guarded. But that's a lonely road to travel and a heavy load to bear, and it's a long way to heaven, but I got to get there. Can you send me an angel? Please send me an angel to guide me. Sometimes I feel like a door with no key, and all the answers are locked away in me. And they're so hard to find, especially when I feel lost and so blind. But that's a lonely road to travel and a heavy load to bear, and it's a long way to heaven, but I gotta get there. Can you send me an angel? Please send me an angel to guide me, because I don't want to feel like a dove with no wings, and I don't want to know what a heart of stone sings, because that's a lonely road to travel and a heavy load to bear, and it's a long way to heaven, but I got there, but I gotta get there. Can you send me an angel? Please send me an angel to guide me. I love that poem because someone I know will watch this and get tickled pink by this section. And I think how I interpret this poem, is about feeling a little bit of despair, feeling like you are trying to achieve things, you're trying to move forward with different parts of your life, and you're dealing with challenges and obstacles that so many of us face, and you feel like you need a little bit of divine intervention, you need a little bit of help and support if you believe in such things. And sometimes you say, help me, like, if you believe in that, right? Sometimes you can find yourself saying, help me God, or help me universe, I need a little bit of help, I need to understand how to move forward, I need to know that this is all worth it, I need to know that I too can overcome. And so I thought this was a very human poem. I thought it was a very relatable breakdown of words and thoughts and themes that pass through so many of our minds. So that's why I wanted to call attention to that one. Next, page 97, When Gone is the Glory. And FYI, I'm not a spoken word poet, so I hope you enjoy how I'm reading this. I'm doing my best to be somewhat theatrical in nature, but I will look in in the comments to see what you think about it. When gone is the glory, when gone is the fame, when gone is the name, and you're left with yourself. You look in the mirror to search your face, to remember who you are, who you ever were. When gone is the glory, when gone is the shine, is gone the whole of your fortune and pride. You look all around in search of a friend that no longer stands until the bitter end. When gone is the glory, when gone is the sun, when gone is the game, then what have you won? Heartache and pain of what could have been. Only you know the truth of what lies within. When gone is the praise, when gone is the fun, is gone the worth of what you have become. When I'm left alone at the end of this story, how does it feel when gone is the glory? I found this to be very mysterious. Like, I wonder who she's referring to and what part of her life is she referencing here. I would love to hear in the comments what you think about this. When gone is the glory. I think it's beautifully written. I love her poetry. I think I mean, Alicia Keys is like, you know, a goddess status, right? She's amazing. But I really, and I'm not necessarily a fan of all her songs. I do like a lot of bit of her songs, but I really like this poetry book. And I really like how she alliterates, and her art as a poet, I thought was beautiful. This, I think, was beautifully written, beautifully put together. 5 out of 5 stars is definitely my review for that. My favorite part is, you look in the mirror to search your face, to remember who you were, who you ever were. Right? I thought that's so interesting, right? To look in the mirror every time we see ourselves. Sometimes I find you do stare a little bit longer, and you're looking at the transitions, right? I remember looking at the mirror at the age of 6, and now I look at the mirror and I'm 35 going on 36, and a lot of years, a lot of time has passed, a lot of memories, a lot of experiences. It's interesting, right? It's when gone is the glory. Next, Fallen, page 103. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good. At times I feel used. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way I'm loving you. Oh, oh, I never felt this way. How do you give me so much pleasure and cause me so much pain? And just when I think I've taken more than would a fool, I start falling back in love with you. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone the way that I'm loving you. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, falling. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone the way that I'm loving you. You all remember that. That's the classic song that she made. And what is this poem all about? Again, she is, I think, a similar soul sister who loves to write about love. And I feel her. And like I said, love is overwhelming at times, it's over consuming sometimes. It takes a hold of us in ways that you can't even articulate in words sometimes. And it is deeply juicy and delicious. It's also really scary and unnerving. It also can be infuriating. When you love someone, they take you through the full spectrum of emotional feelings sometimes, where you can be really mad at someone because you're like, why are you doing this? Or why are you not doing this? And then also you could be so enamored with the person, like, why are you so cute? Like, I can't even take it. Right. And there's just so much that goes with love. It's a really interesting experience. If you haven't been in love yet, I definitely encourage you fall in love. And if you are with someone, that you continue to nurture that love and fall in love with that person over and over and over again every day. That's what I find is so beautiful about, I know the world is filled with so many different relationships, but for my narrative, I can speak on monogamy. And I would say it's interesting to fall in love with the person and then to keep falling in love with that person and find new layers of deliciousness of what you find humorous and enjoyable, and also frustrating and irritating and sickening, and then also perturbing. And you're just like, there's again so many different layers to love, so many different layers to a person. It's remarkable. It's a remarkable thing that we do in life. It's also really challenging because, like I said, when you get to the point in life when you lose someone, or you aren't that person isn't in your life anymore, it becomes really challenging because, where does that love go, right? Where does it ever go? Anywhere. It's interesting. Why do I feel so sad? Page 127. Friends we've been for so long now, true colors are showing, makes me want to cry. Oh yes, it does, because I have to say goodbye. By now I should know that in time things must change, so it shouldn't be so bad. So why do I feel so sad? How can I adjust to the way that things are going? It's killing me slowly. Oh, I just want it to be how it used to be. I wish I could stay, but in time things must change. So it shouldn't be so bad. So why do I feel so sad? You cannot hide the way you feel inside. I realize your actions speak much louder than words. By now, I should know that in time, things must change. So it shouldn't be so bad. So why do I feel so sad? I was just talking about this concept to my husband, Khalil. Shout out to my woke and free co-host. It's so interesting, right? That the love that you share within a friendship construct, and then what happens when that person isn't in your life anymore. Again, does that love dissipate? Does that love go anywhere? A proponent of saying that I think that the love doesn't dissipate. It just kind of mellows out, and it still lives with you. For me, they're friends that I've had in my life that I don't necessarily have in my life right now, but do I deeply still love them? Absolutely, to the end of time. Because for me, at least, love doesn't go away. So if I loved you, I will always love you, whether you're in my life or not. The love is always there. That's my my perspective on love. I would be curious to hear what you think about that and what you think about that poem. So please share your thoughts in the comments. Let's see. Aw, yay, thank you. I see Haja Sims Childs wrote that she really was surprised to have some wonderful poetry and commentary this morning. Yay, on LinkedIn. I appreciate that. Thank you, sis. I think that poetry, like I said, is just such a wonderful moment of delicious human experience and emotion. And I really love to read some poetry during the month of love, February, because it's Black History Month. And so I chose a Black soul sister that I look up to and that I admire so much. So thank you. Love that. So next one, I want to hit up, let's see, because I want to be mindful of time. Let's do Karma, page 135. Weren't you the one that said that you didn't want me anymore? And how you need your space and give the keys back to your door, and how I cried and tried to make you stay with me, and still you said the love was gone and that I had to leave. Now you're talking about a family. Now you're saying I complete your dreams. Now you're saying I'm your everything. You're confusing me. What you saying to me, don't play with me, because what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back to me? What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back? I remember when I was sitting home alone, waiting for you till 3 o'clock in the morning. And when you came home, you'd always have some sorry excuse, half explaining to me like I'm just some kind of a fool. I sacrificed the things I wanted just to do things for you. But when it's time to do for me, you never came through. Now you want to be up under me. Now you have so much to say to me. Now you want to make time for me. What you doing to me? You're confusing me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, because what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back to me? What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back? I remember when I was sitting home alone waiting for you till 3 o'clock in the morning, night after night, knowing something's going on. Wasn't long before I'd be gone. Lord knows it wasn't easy. Believe me, never thought you'd be the one that would deceive me and never do what you're supposed to do. No need to approach me, fool, because I'm over you. What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back to me? What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. Now who's crying, desiring to come back? Gotta stop trying to come back to me, because it's called karma, baby, and it goes around. That part. Now, Khalil is in the comments out here. Poetry can be uplifting. Abso-freaking-lutely. Love it. See, we got some beautiful comments in here. I love it. Thankfully, I would say, and I think for me, and Khalil can speak to this as people, for me, my own personal love stories are not crazy dramatic. I'm more the person who loves drama and content. So yes, you will find me watching Young and Restless. Shout out to my mother-in-law who got me addicted to soaps. And I love a good, like I said, love a good love story. I was all about One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek and the Vampire Diaries, and I will love good drama and content. But personally in life, no. Not a fan of having a love story that's filled with a bunch of drama and a bunch of madness. That no, as I tease with Khalil all the time, is this madness? Because if it's madness, I want nothing to do with it. Absolutely not. All about it in content, not about it in real life. I prefer to understand what I'm doing on a daily basis. What do I have to do? Okay, where's my baby? Where's my husband? Okay, nice and chill. I moved to Arizona for a reason, so I love it. But this poem was everything. I was reading it. I was like, and then that part, and then what did he do? And then what did she do? Oh my goodness, right? Like I love that. So that was fantastic. And then I'm going to wrap this up with the last poem here listed, which is Nobody Not Really, page 169. But I really do, again, encourage you to get this book. It's on Amazon. You can go to dressingroommate.com and you can totally copy your book. It'll take you to the Amazon link. And so you can buy the book. And I support your sister. If you haven't bought a Black content this month for Black History Month, this is a perfect opportunity to do this. And let's get into it. Nobody Not Really. Who really cares? Who really cares when I talk, what I feel, what I say? Nobody, not really. Who wants to take the time to understand? I would like someone to heal me with some empathy, but I can't find nobody, not really. Maybe I'm invisible to the world. Does anyone in the world even think of me as more than just a hopeless cause? Maybe the world is not my block, my stoop, my life, my dreams, my anything. So who wants to help? Mama, but she's so tired. Papa, but you're not here. I'm alone in a big empty space with nobody, not really. That's sad, right? But it's so relatable, and that's what I really loved about Alicia Keys's book. I think that she did a beautiful job of sharing her thoughts, her concerns, her worries, her wishes, her desires, as well as giving you the reader the opportunity to relate, right? How many of us have been in situations where we are head over heels in love, or we're that other person in the wings waiting to be seen, waiting to be heard, and can't get the attention of the ones we want, can't get the friends that stay around, can't feel loved at all times, because that is it's hard, y'all. It is hard. Absolutely. So with that, what comes next? So next month is Women's History Month. So y'all better get ready to celebrate the women icons in your life, whether they are your mothers, your sisters, your friends, women business owners. Shout out to my wonderful partner in crime that I do so much with, and I'm so proud to be a part of the Her Sweet Spot platform. Marcia Guerriere, she is my son's godmother, and I appreciate her soul sister support and everything she does for Black entrepreneurs. So definitely shout her out for Black History Month, but I always want to give her a shout out as well for Women's History Month. And you can join the book club, dressingmate.com. Let me put in this banner thing so you can see blog and newsletter, guys, every month. dressingmate.com. Go there or be square. But I'm looking forward to this book in 20 years. I believe it's a fiction book around friends that kind of get back together after 20 years or something like that. So I expect that there to be some drama. I always love having this type of content and fiction to dive into. Like I said, love the drama in my content, not so much in real life. That part can go somewhere. Not about it. All right. So with that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the folks who caught a bit of this on LinkedIn, on Facebook, hopefully on YouTube as well, Twitter. I try to be where I can be everywhere. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those who do cop a copy of the book. Please do get that. I support, and also, isn't that just a beautiful picture? Like, Miss Thing, go ahead, just beautiful. So with that, happy Black History Month. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in this world, and keep Keep sharing who you are. Keep sharing your stories. It matters. Your voice matters. It always has. It always will. And I look forward to seeing you here again next month for the March Book Club. And with that, I'm going to sign off. You have a wonderful, blessed day, y'all. Bye.